All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 724. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who just reached his 45th birthday, Wombat.
I did on Monday.
I wanted to give people a chance to think maybe it was Shipwreck. But
nah, everyone knows he's not that old. He looks too good. I'm the old one.
Even though I'm gonna comment on that. Even though I'm wearing what?
I don't know. Some weird hat. Is that I don't know what that is.
It's a Toledo Mud Hen.
I wouldn't know what that is.
You know, the Toledo Mud Hens, everyone's favorite team. I'm more of a Rocket Panda. What is it?
Rocket Penis?
Pandas? Trash Pandas? Rocket City Trash Pandas? That's my minor league team.
I like Rocket Penis better.
I've moved on to minor league teams because I don't know if you guys know this. The Cincinnati Reds, real bad. Bad.
What happened?
Well, before the season started, we traded away or didn't re-sign all of our major league players for the most part.
All of the players?
Pretty much.
What about Johnny Bench? Did they re-sign Johnny Bench?
He would be one of our better players, I'm sure, if he came in and played at this point. The Reds are 3-20.
What about the San Diego Chicken? I know that he's from San Diego, but he does have a relationship with Johnny Bench.
This sounds like the plot to Moneyball.
They definitely went the Moneyball route, but without the success.
Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, and the owner's son, who is he's the CEO, I think. Yeah, I think he's the CEO of the Reds. He came out on opening day, like the Reds opening day, which was a couple of days after their first game, like their first game at home, opening day.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah. And basically said, well, where are you going to go? Like what
else are you going to do?
What else are you going to do?
There's nothing else to do.
Right. Like
didn't a player say that too? Didn't a player say like, there's nothing else to do?
That was the quarterback of the Bengals.
That was Joe Burrow, but that was in a playful sense. This was in a we're rich and
fuck y'all,
and we'll threaten to move the team if you don't support us.
Now it sounds like the plot of Major League.
Again, without the winning.
Yeah, well, that's because no one's put the cardboard cutout in the dugout yet in the locker room.
Right. Or sacrifice
for every game
the
they win, they see a little bit more skin of that owner.
And there's like no hope whatsoever too, because like they're dead last in every category, like every statistical category, ERA, runs scored, batting average, fielding percentages. Like it's just like the team is nothing.
Do you have season tickets?
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
I bet you the seats are pretty cheap though right now.
I saw a tweet earlier that there are $1 seats available.
Nice.
I heard about all this inflation though.
When I was in college, I used to buy baseball tickets for $1.25.
Yeah, but it's minor league, right?
No.
It's Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh Pirate games.
Yeah.
They were $1.25 to see the Pirates on like a weekday game, and they would sell them in the supermarket. You could buy Pirates tickets for $1.25 in the supermarket, but you had to have your club card.
To give you an idea how cheap we are right now, like the Reds, our entire active pitching staff, like including starters and relievers, is $17 million is what they're spending on.
That means nothing to me. That sounds like a lot.
No. There are
Bobby
like
Bonilla makes more.
There are like 20 or 30 pitchers, I think, right now that make more than that a year. In the major league.
But they've won a game.
They've won 3 games.
So they won 3 games. The question is, how did that happen?
I mean, when you think about baseball, like generally when you think about baseball, you're like, you've got like either a 60% chance to win the game or a 40% chance to win the game, right? Like it's kind of that type of game. Like if a team wins 2 out of 3 games, that's a good thing. Like you're expected to lose like every 1 out of every 3 games.
Sure.
Even the good teams.
Yes.
So
undefeated in baseball doesn't happen.
Right. They're 1-18, I think, over the last 19 games.
Okay. So it's catching up. Maybe it was like they played some teams early enough in the season, but there's a little rust on the gears there.
They went the first series of the year they played at Atlanta, the World Series champions, right? Atlanta Braves. and they split the 4-game series 2-2, and then it has not gone well since then.
Okay, I was gonna say because that sounds like a promising start
You left it all there on the field.
in Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear about Wombat's birthday, not about the shitty Reds.
I do too. How'd your birthday go?
It was nice. We went out for dinner on Sunday night. I had steak and lobster.
Surf and turf, they call that.
Yes, it was the Surf and Turf Sunday special, which was they served the lobster in a truffle Parmesan sauce, where they bring out this giant wheel, like the wheel of Parmesan, and it's hollowed out, and they take a blowtorch to it.
And they drop the lobster in?
Then they drop the lobster in the pot, and they shave the truffle in front of you, too. So, it's not like fake bottled truffle. It's a real truffle.
And then they shave the lobster.
And then they throw a little bit of spaghetti in there too, and they mix it all up and they throw it on a big plate, and they're like, "Enjoy!" And I'm like, "I will." And it was
Sounds
pretty damn good.
What do they do with the steak?
The steak, it was fillet.
They have a big slide, okay? The slide comes down from the roof.
Exactly. No, that was just steak on a plate.
Oh, okay. That's lame.
Sorry, it was delicious.
Right. That sounds good.
Yeah. So that was very nice. The rest of my birthday was Monday. I have, it's much better now. I had a pretty nasty cold that I caught whilst camping. I'm blaming camping on this because I went Boy Scout camping Saturday night into
camping
Sunday. No, because you're outside. So there's that. You're not really
in a tent.
I'm in a tent with my son.
Yeah.
So we had our tent. It was mostly warm until about 4:00 in the morning, and the temperature hit 38 degrees.
That's cold.
It went from 60 to 38 in a matter of like 4 hours. And that sucks.
I never really understood like the whole camping thing. I got to be honest. Like it's one thing if you live like in a really nice weather when it's reliable, it's going to be like normal conditions. But it's easy for it to go wrong.
It's, if it wasn't that cold, it probably would have been fine. Also, it wasn't so much the cold other than it was my sleeping bag broke. So I had to like suffer in the cold.
Too many hot dogs at the campfire?
Too many.
How does a sleeping bag break?
Zipper
what does that entail?
The zipper broke and it couldn't zip up anymore.
But
so
it was
basically
just like
a
an
blanket.
open-faced taco then.
Yeah. Exactly. I was a taco. And the cold air just rushed in from one side. So I would like have to roll over to kind of like burrito to turn my taco into a burrito. I would have to like roll a bit on the air mattress. Does that make sense? Am I painting an appropriate picture?
I like electric blankets.
Yeah, but plugged into what? I'm in the woods.
I know. I'm just saying in general.
Generator.
I like electric blankets.
I don't think they allow generators because one of the dads asked that this time. Can I bring a generator? And they were like, no, that's not allowed. So, I mean, it wasn't the worst experience of my life. I made it home from New Jersey in 40 minutes, which I think is a record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was the best part was I made it home in 40 minutes.
Nice.
So,
you get any good presents?
I did. I got a new Amazon Echo.
Is that the round one?
It's the round one. The other one I had was a launch one from, remember when you had to get on the sign up for the waiting list?
I got all the Echoes.
Yeah.
All the generations, one family.
Yeah. And it was broken. And I'm like, well, now's the perfect time. My wife's like, what do you want? And I'm like, actually, we need a new one of these. So that'll be my birthday present. And because it controls too much crap in the house to not have one that works. And I also got from my son, I got a little Rick.
Yep. That is a little Rick.
That's a little Rick.
Rick and Morty.
Yes, from Rick and Morty.
A little toy Rick from Rick and Morty.
Little toy Rick from Rick and Morty. And I also got from Cheapy D
I know that guy.
The Elder Scrolls recipe book with apron. And it's the nicest gift I've ever gotten.
No.
It's really nice.
Is it nice?
I love it. I love it so much. I'm not even kidding.
It was on sale. It looked good. As soon as I saw it, I said, I only know one person who would be interested in this.
I legitimately want to make the Horker loaf. For those who are not familiar with Horkers, they're the things that look like walruses in Skyrim.
Okay.
They have a recipe for what I guess they would assume horker meat would taste like.
Uh-huh.
And it involves beef and oysters.
Nope.
And I want to make it so badly.
I mean, you should. It would be good content for the socials.
I know. I feel like that would be fun because it's even if it's bad, it's still like would be a fun thing to do.
Sure. And maybe Master Chief will send you his cookbook if he sees that you did a good job with that one.
Exactly.
I saw he really likes churros. Did you know that?
I did not. I saw that they made it's in Skyrim, there are books and recipes for things everywhere.
Sure.
So it makes sense that they would make that book. The Halo one makes no sense. Like it has the recipe for like the sweet buns and the soups and a recipe
Raw
for mead. Yeah. Exactly.
Rat on a stick.
Rat on a stick. Now the meatball recipe in there actually sounds pretty good too.
Nice.
I've read through it.
Right.
I wanted to make skooma. There's a recipe for skooma for those who don't know what that is. That's like the heroin of Skyrim.
I was gonna say that's the drugs.
That's legal to make. You can make skooma.
You can make skooma. It takes a month
What is it?
because you have to like let it ferment.
Because you have to go to South America to pick mushrooms.
Yeah,
You have to put that in like your hot pot or what? What's going on here?
No, it's a drink. It's like a booze, and you're supposed to like let it sit, and it has vodka in it. It's really vodka. It's a vodka drink.
Nice. Aged vodka.
Yeah, aged vodka. There's also the mead. Also takes time, but maybe we'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Meat. Nice. Enjoy. I look forward to the porker.
The horker loaf. I mean, I have to go and get the ingredients. I have to take a picture of what's needed.
I'm getting nauseous just thinking about beef and oysters.
Beef and oysters. I read it and I'm
Why?
like, oh my God. I'm like, is it good?
Did
Is
anyone
it
ever
terrible?
make this before, or did they just write this down?
Was this an AI recipe? So
It could be. It could be.
You sure this isn't like a cooking satire book?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a real apron. The apron is real.
The apron is real.
I can't believe you're not wearing it.
You know what? I probably should have put it on. I put it in the kitchen because it's an apron for cooking.
Right. I was expecting that as well. Or at least the horker meal to be ready. One of those two things.
Maybe next week.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have some big news. I got my personal best in the 200-meter row at Orange Theory today. After going to Orange Theory for several years.
And what is that? What
I mean, it's not going to mean anything to anybody, but it was 27.3
200
seconds.
meters. Record was 200
meters. No, 27.3 seconds.
How far did you go in 27
200
seconds?
meters, exactly.
Oh, it's 200 meters in 27 seconds?
Yes, and the coach watched me do it, and she was like watching my stats in real time, and she was very impressed. And she came up to me after. She's like, I saw you had 600 watts on the rower, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, I had 800 watts. You missed the 800 watts. And then she just took her pants off.
Really?
No. Everything was true except for the pants part.
They don't wear pants there.
That's why I like it so much.
Mhm.
No, I mean, that was really nice. I felt pretty good about that. But I've been very tired all day. I had to rest for my 27 seconds. But even more exciting than that was on Sunday, we went to Williamsburg to the new Ping Pod and met Adam Bobrow, the second most popular YouTube table tennis person, maybe? Well, the most popular single. He has like almost 800,000 subscribers.
The other guy's married.
The other guys are like Swedish or something, or Finnish, and there's like a group of guys, and that's what's the fuck? Pongfinity, I think. I don't like those guys because those. I mean, I appreciate it, but
They're like the snobs.
No.
You're more like what? You're the other side of the lake in Meatballs. You're not the snob.
Close.
Side of the lake.
That's not entirely accurate, but I would say to them, like they do more jokey things. They're like, oh, what if I hit the ping pong ball with a steak or a lobster and a cheese wheel? But and they're really good. They're really high level players, and they do have some like regular ping pong content too. But it's mostly like that type of stuff. Where Adam Bobrow will play against like famous players. He'll challenge.
So you're the snobs and they're the slobs.
Just me.
Did you
Only me.
Did you steal one of their girlfriends and now you have to
Definitely not.
ski race them?
I didn't steal anybody's girlfriend. Anyway, so they had this meetup and the whole family went and we got to meet Adam, who's like an amazing ambassador for table tennis. Like really nobody's doing more for table tennis in terms of like
name anybody that's doing more.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at like, I mean, Pongfinity maybe only, but there's, like I said, it's too jokey. It's not like serious. And, his videos get like, 8 million views, 20 million views, no pro matches.
Subscriber.
No pro matches get that. So even like the best players, the pro athletes, like, all right, you get like, you're not putting that up that kind of numbers really. So it was really nice to meet Adam and to sort of basically tell him that and to lose to him 11-4 in a 1-game match. But he's great. And
That's cool.
hope to get him out to the club here on Long Island.
So are you like buds now? Are you like buddy? Did you like exchange digits?
No, but he's always I've been in contact with him on Instagram for a while, so he knew, like, I don't know, he knew me right away because I'm big, tall, and bald and look like this. So yeah, so that was great. So that was like a I don't know, what do you call that? I wasn't starstruck, but feel like he's got a big advantage against playing against people because not only is he better than everybody, but everybody's nervous about playing against him because if you fuck up, like he's recording it and he has 800,000 subscribers. If you do something stupid and it's funny to look at, that's going right up in the next video. And you don't really want that, if you're me anyway.
So he's like the Alex Moffat of table tennis is what you're saying.
Who's Alex Moffat?
That was the guy I met on my vacation.
Oh, the SNL guy.
Yeah,
Well, no, but he wasn't going to do it. If you said something weird to him, like he's not going to that's not content for him.
No, it isn't.
Like if my pants fell off, during the point, that's like great. And he'd make some like, sound effects.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
He would add sound effects like, the clown whistle and zoom in. Yeah, but luckily I was cool. How about some show feedback? Anyway, Shipper, anything going on with you besides your hat?
And the Reds?
And the Reds being shit?
I did a 5K today.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
With my daughter. I mean, it went fine. I was with Emmeline, so.
So you just sort of walked it? Or
it was like half walk, half run. But
how long? That's like 3.5 miles? What is that?
3.1 miles.
3.1.
Was it a color run or just a regular run?
No, it was,
what does that mean?
Flying Pig Week, which is our marathon here in Cincinnati. So this was the 5K that accompanied that, the marathon.
Gotcha.
So
a color run, cheapie, is a 5K, but throughout the race, people like throw powdered color on you.
What? No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. And it's not unusual to do with children, which is why I asked if it was a color run.
And they do that for 5Ks? Like there'd be a 5K color run? Like
yeah, they do that. It's the same. They do those, and they do have like the mud run.
God, I don't want that at all.
All that stuff.
I mean, by the time, like, unless they throw that right in the beginning, if they throw it like in mile 2, or even at mile 1.
I think that's how it works. I think it like different mile markers or quarter mile.
Oh, it's different colors?
It's different colors at those different.
But I'm going to be so wet and it's just going to be like.
That's why it sticks.
That sounds bad. I don't like that. I have enough trouble just running. I don't need people throwing things at me. Unless it's like something that's going to get me to run faster.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. How about some show feedback?
Sure. Nampak? Sure, whatever. I wish you could have seen the way my coworkers looked at me while I was listening to the end of the last podcast. I actually pulled one of my earbuds out to try to find the source of that loud bass that was drowning out the conversation. Then I realized it was only Batman billowing, "Here I am silently staring at things" theme song. I had tears in my eyes because I was laughing so hard. I did take a listen. That was some good editing, Cheapy. I wanted to make sure you got your credit.
Thank you. I got a bunch of messages like that. And I laughed too while I was doing it. That was the best part.
It was pretty.
It took a while to do because you have to make it so it doesn't blow out people's speakers. And I put an artisanal touch onto it. But The funny thing about it is when I was watching the movie, all right, Wombat, you can't just redo the joke now with your voice while I'm talking. It's not funny. That's the lazy man.
He's doing it.
He's just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. What? Tell me about when you rewatched the movie.
I didn't rewatch the movie. When I was watching the movie the first time, I literally thought I was sitting on, like sometimes you sit on the remote and the volume goes up, like it just starts getting loud. I thought that's what was happening, and I'm looking, I'm like, what? Who's sitting on the? And I'm like, oh, it's just this fucking movie. Anyway, that was fun. You know what else is not that much fun? Having NF. What is NF? Well, first of all, you should know that May is Make NF Visible Month, where we're raising money and awareness for the Children's Tumor Foundation. We did this last year. We raised over $1,000. Neurofibromatosis, or NF, is an under-recognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. NF occurs in 1 in 3,000 people and affects millions of people worldwide. And NF can lead to blindness, abnormalities, cancer, deafness, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and disabling pain. I can see by the flashing lights behind me that people are already donating to our fundraiser raffle. And every $5 will get you one entry into that raffle where you can win a $100 e-gift card to wherever you like, and maybe some other prizes. I know somebody already donated a PlayStation 5 Spider-Man code. That was Elite Willie from the Discord. And if you're listening on the, in the audio form, you can go to cag.vg/CTF, and that'll take you directly to the donation page. That's cag.vg/CTF, and you can enter our raffle/fundraiser. And you can, of course, go to ctf.org to learn more about CTF.